we have a major Freddie Freeman injury update. Hey, this is Mike Nelson of Dodgers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. 94% of you that are watching these videos have not yet subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe. Only 5% of you have subscribed. I want to thank the 5% of you that have subscribed, but the majority of you haven't subscribed yet. Let's help a Dodger fan out and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any big Dodger news. Let's get right into it. Freddie Freeman got an injury update today. Unfortunately, jammed his finger yesterday on a ground ball in the Dodgers' loss to the Cardinals yesterday. They did X-rays on the finger, came back negative, but that's not the end to it. Mike DiGiovanna of the LA Times reported today, this came out today, that the situation did worsen overnight with that jammed finger. Despite the initial X-rays coming back negative, things did not go well. With Freddie Freeman throughout the night, most likely they probably iced that finger, put the finger in ice. They must have of course gave him some treatment to help that jammed finger out. But things got worse overnight, and now it looks like Freddie Freeman can't even grip a bat, which is definitely bad news to say the least, due to the swelling that's going on that finger. And the Dodgers have decided to move on and decided to give him a CT scan tomorrow. So that's the latest we got on Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman jammed his finger on Saturday, not able to grip a bat today, and now he's going to be getting a CT scan still day-to-day at the moment. That is just definitely not good news at all for the Dodgers because it's just so many injuries now, right? I mean, of course, position players-wise, they've been pretty lucky this year. Freddie Freeman's not a pitcher, of course, but now it's another pitcher, another player that is injured. So many pitchers are injured. It just gets so, it's crazy, man. The Dodgers have had so many injuries this year, and now Freddie Freeman is now added to that list. The guy has been pretty healthy the majority of his career, which is kind of surprising, but eventually I guess the injury bug was going to get to him, and just an unfortunate play there on a ground ball to first base, and Freddie Freeman jams his finger. We also got some reports that the Dodgers, from Mike DiGiovanna of the LA Times, reporting that Max Muncy and Tommy Edman are going to be activated tomorrow. So that's definitely good news. Max Muncy taking some ground balls at first because it looks like he is going to be the guy to fill in for Freddie Freeman, which is, it's too bad for Freddie being injured, but we got to be definitely excited to see Max Muncy back in a Dodger uniform. It's been so long since Max Muncy has been playing with the team. So that's going to be good to see him back playing first base, a position that Max knows how to play well. So that won't be an issue for him. Of course, a third baseman, but he could definitely play first base as well. But, you got to hope that Freddie Freeman's injury is not too serious because, Freddie Freeman is going to be an integral part of this team's success come October, right? Think about it like 2 years ago when the Dodgers played San Diego. He was the only guy that really was hitting on the team. Last year didn't do so well against the D-backs, but a couple years ago, Freddie was the only guy really swinging the bat and getting those hits. So that we kind of got a taste of what Freddie Freeman could be for the Dodgers in October, right? The guy is a World Series champion with the Atlanta Braves. Don't forget, this guy won the World Series with Atlanta, so he brings a wealth of October baseball experience to the team. So for him to go down at this point is definitely deflating to say the least. You hope that Freddie could come back. With Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman hasn't played at all this season, so you don't know what you're going to get from him. We're probably going to see him make his Dodger debut, I assume, next week. It looks like he's going to be activated, so I'm sure he is going to be playing very soon with the team, which is definitely good to see. Because Tommy Edman's another player that has the potential to be a pretty good piece for this Dodger team that's definitely gearing up for a World Series run. But just hope Freddie can get healthy for sure come October baseball time. Also, we got some news today. Brent Honeywell was DFA'd this morning. This is going to move. It's going to clear some space for right-hander Ben Kasperius. I think you're saying that. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but Ben Kasperius, who is his promotion was reported yesterday. So Honeywell Jr., it's a little surprising. There's some people a little surprised with this with this move from the Dodgers, of course, because Honeywell has done well at the major league level. His ERA was below 3. So he definitely was a player that was, he was reliable. He definitely had, of course, some tough games, to say the least, especially the game he had just weeks ago where he gave a couple home runs in the game in that long relief situation. So the Dodgers felt he just wasn't going to fit in with the team. But you got to wish the best to Honeywell. I'm sure somebody's going to pick him up. Still has time to go on a playoff roster, right? Hasn't closed yet. Still signed players. I believe August 31st is when that deadline closes. You got to sign players up on your team so they can be eligible to be on a playoff roster. So there's still hope for him to find another contender, which I hope doesn't happen. I don't want to see Honeywell in the playoffs on another team. So wish him nothing but the best, but hopefully he gets signed by some bottom feeder team, and we don't see him in October. Dodgers got the win today against the St. Louis Cardinals, beating the Cardinals 2-1 in a nail-biter, a pitching duel today between Clayton Kershaw and Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray, a former Minnesota Twin. Got a chance to see him pretty closely last year, living in Minnesota. But going back to the game today, Clayton Kershaw pitched very good. Take a look at his stat line. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits given up. No earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Kept the walks down and gave up no runs. Basically, not a perfect pitching performance, but definitely an exceptional pitching performance from the Dodger legend Clayton Kershaw today. And that's exactly what you want to see. Gave his team a chance to win. The Dodgers would have liked to see more run support, to say the least, only scoring 2 runs, including a Shohei Ohtani solo shot. The guy can't stop hitting home runs. But, yeah, good win today. Want to see more runs out there. It was very hot, to say the least, out in St. Louis. I know the guys were battling with the heat all night long, or all day long. So that was definitely a challenge for sure. But the Dodgers get the win, which is important. The D-backs lost today, which is great to see. So the Dodgers have now gained another game on the D-backs, pushing that lead now to 4. I think going in today it was 3, so now it's going to be 4 games ahead of the D-backs. Got to wait and see on the Padres. Game is not final yet, so we got to wait and see what happens with that game. Dodgers came into the game, came into today with a 2-game lead on the Padres, so hopefully I can go to 3, but it might stay at 2 if San Diego wins. But definitely Dodgers get a good win today. Now they're going to be taking on a tough Mariners team who, for most of the year was the leader in the AL West until as of late they've kind of slipped. They're 4 back of the Astros going into today. So we'll see. They're going to be playing a competitive ball club starting tomorrow night here at Dodger Stadium, 3-game set. So it's not going to be a rollover team for sure. So they're going to have to bring their A game, but hopefully they can keep that lead on San Diego. Got to push that lead higher. Hopefully San Diego can lose today against the Rockies, and the Dodgers can get a bigger lead as we move along in the season. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Dodger content.